There are some common instruments to measure weather, which are anemometers, barometers, hygrometers, thermometers, and rain gauges. First, we have anemometers, which are used to measure wind speed and wind pressure. Anemometers are used as tools for meteorologists who study wind patterns, or weather patterns as well, and are also used by physicists who study the way air moves. The anemometer consists of arms with cups that rotate when placed in windy conditions, which count the number of rotations to calculate the wind speed. Because wind speeds are not constant, wind speed is usually averaged over a short period of time. Some scientific anemometers use the speed of sound to measure the wind speed more precisely in 3 dimensions. Second, we have the barometer, which measures atmospheric pressure, and it's used to predict weather patterns. The most common type of barometers is the aneroid barometer, and it uses a sealed can of air to detect changes in atmospheric pressure. As the atmospheric pressure goes up, it pushes in on the can, and the can is slightly reduced in volume, moving an indicator needle towards higher pressure. If the atmospheric pressure goes down, the can expands slightly, and the needle indicates lower pressure. Air pressure is a reliable weather predictor. Lower air pressure is usually an indication of rain. Likewise, the higher the air pressure, the more likely the chance of sun. Next, we have the hygrometer. A hygrometer is an instrument used to measure relative humidity. Humidity is a measure of the amount of moisture in the air. A psychrometer is a type of hygrometer. A sling psychrometer is a common instrument used by meteorologists to determine the relative humidity. This instrument is swung around while being held. There are also a variety of other humidity sensors which work automatically to measure the water content and relative humidity of the atmosphere. Onward, we have the thermometer, and everyone knows what a thermometer is. It is an instrument used to measure temperature. Thermometers are used to measure outside and inside temperature as well as body temperature, but let's get into the outside and inside temperature. A common thermometer is the mercury thermometer used outside residential areas. In modern weather stations, an electronic temperature sensor is used to measure the outside air temperature. And that's how you get your air temperature information from your phone. Finally, we have rain gauges, which are used to measure the amount of liquid precipitation over a certain length of time. What a rain gauge looks like is mostly a can that collects rain from the sky. The depth of this collected water can be measured with a ruler. In the U.S., precipitation is usually measured and reported in hundredths of inches. However, rain gauges have problems that come along with recording data from the bucket. For example, if the bucket tips over and there is a chance that the rain water can come out, then it will affect the data, which creates a problem for the weather stations. So therefore, weather stations solve this problem by having its sensors from the rain gauge trigger messages to warn them, to give them information about the data that is currently in the bucket so that they won't lose a large amount of data. Also, water from the bucket can evaporate quickly, also affecting the data tremendously. And yeah, that is a problem with the rain gauge, but overall it's pretty substantial in its way. And that's all, folks. Thanks for watching.